The British decided to leave and left the EU on January 31st, 2020. The UK is now a third country from the EU's perspective. Investors in British funds are wondering whether Brexit will change anything for them legally. With the exit, a transition period began that will last until December 31st, 2020. Until then, EU law will apply in the UK. However, there's also the option of extending the transition period once up to 2 years. Well, it was. The government in London decided on this before July 1st, 2020, which was the deadline, not to extend. There are no signs of any changes for German investors who are already invested in funds that were launched in Great Britain. This is indicated by the Financial Knowledge for All campaign by the fund companies organized in the BVI. But what does Brexit mean for new investors? During the transition period, everything will remain the same. How things will proceed after that will depend on the outcome of the negotiations during the transition period. If the parties do not agree on special regulations by the time it expires, funds that were launched in Great Britain will then have to go through a special notification procedure with the National Supervisory Authority BaFin, in case of the Germans. The process is more time-consuming and complex than it is currently in the European internal market, but not impossible. Restricting the distribution of British funds should hardly affect the options for German investors, as funds domiciled in Great Britain currently only play a minor role in Germany. Only 117 of the around 10,800 EU funds and sub-funds that are approved for public distribution in Germany come from Great Britain. British providers can also use or set up branches in the EU and then sell their products with an EU passport. After Brexit, there will be no tax changes for old or new investors. Even for UK investors who are already invested in funds that were launched in a European country, except the UK, there are no signs of any change during the transition period. It is different for British new investors. If the parties do not agree on special regulations by the end of the transition period, the country would then no longer be obliged to allow the distribution of EU funds. However, this would be possible without further ado. Just for your information, YouTube just activated memberships on my channel. If you want to get some, let's say, exclusive content in the future, there is a join button next to the subscribe button. Perhaps have a look. But if you now want to know more about European politics, YouTube has chosen another of my videos right here for you on the end screen, right next to your chance to subscribe to my channel, which I hope you already did. I'll see you in my next video. Click and enjoy. Viel Spaß!